What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back. Today I have a secret, right? I have a secret. Don't tell the other guys, right? Don't tell the gurus, the Airbnb guys, that I'm about to show you exactly how to get Airbnb units over and over and over again. It's a method I've been using since 2018 to get multiple units in the short-term rental space. See, Airbnb is just a name. Understand, Airbnb is only a platform. It's a name. You have VRBO, Airbnb, HomeAway. These are all just platforms. The name of the method is actually called short-term rentals, okay? So I'm gonna show you guys how to get short-term rentals and get them for either free or absolutely super cheap. Now, the biggest misconception that many people have is that they think they can just get an Airbnb wherever, next door, up the street, their grandmother's home, and they think they can just throw it on Airbnb and they're gonna get rich next week, right? The gurus have lied to you. The experts have lied to you. It takes about 30 to 60 days to optimize any Airbnb listing because people are booking in the future, right? Yes, people do book from today for tomorrow or today for next weekend, but the average person who's booking on those sites, they are booking into the future. Think about when you go on your vacation with your family and your friends, you're booking for a later date. So the biggest thing that you have to worry about on the front end is finding the perfect location, finding the perfect unit. Look, guys, I've been doing this method for a very long time. I teach all of my students this method. So today I'm gonna give it to you for absolutely free. Now, if you have any questions at the end of this video, I'm gonna leave a link in my description. You can set up a free discovery call, hop on the phone, ask me any questions that you might have. There's no obligations to pay me anything or buy anything. I just wanna get on the phone and help as many people as possible. But the first thing I need from you is to watch this video in its entirety and give me a thumbs up if you learned anything, okay? Let's jump into the video. All right, first things first, we're gonna be on Airbnb. And like I said previously, guys, Airbnb is only a platform. Understand that Airbnb is just a platform. What we are doing is called short-term rentals, okay? So you know how you have someone who stays in your house for a year, that's going to be considered more of a long-term, something like 6 months, 3 months, a month, a weekend. That's more of a short-term rental. All right. So if you've never seen the Airbnb platform, this is what it looks like. You're going to be able to put in where you are traveling to, the dates you will be traveling, and then the amount of guests that you will be having. So for the sake of the example, we're going Houston, Texas, December 8th, December 11th. We're going to have 6 guests. Now, the reason for doing this is I want you to see what people see, okay? So you have to see, now you're going to get a little map on your right-hand side, and then from your map on your left-hand side, you're going to be able to actually see the images. Now, with this, you can do apartments, you can do houses, you can do RVs and trailers. I've seen it all, okay? So understand that there are flavors for everybody. So if you want something small, something big, if you want experience, whatever you want, they have it, okay? So get familiar with the platform first. Go in, do your research, go look at some properties, pull up things in your area. Now, by doing this, what you're gonna do is you're gonna be able to see on the map where there are Airbnbs, okay? So if I put this Houston in, and I'm seeing on the map all of this area, right here you have one that's solo, right here you have one solo, here, you have a cluster here. Now, typically, I wouldn't wanna go in a cluster. There's too much competition inside of that cluster. I'm not coming here to compete. I'm coming here to dominate whenever I open my unit, okay? So what you can do is you can start zooming in. As you zoom in, you're gonna start to see the dots get a little smaller or bigger depending on what's going on. Now, when you see this, I want you to look as I zoom in more. Now you see it starts to break up and you start to see the little, now we're on like street view, okay? So now if you live in this city, now you know where these streets are. Like I know where White Oak is, and I know where this street is, and this street in Washington Avenue. Okay, if I wanted to come in here and get a unit, there are too many units in here for me to try to squeeze my property inside of this cluster. Now, why wouldn't I go to an area like this? Now I can see the streets. I see Taylor Street, Kane Street, Lubbock, all of these things, right? I know that there are no Airbnbs inside of this place right here. You can see it's only 3 units, okay? 3 units, and I know what they are. It's a house, and a house. So I know there are 3 houses in this vicinity. Why would I go put another house when I can get an apartment or I can find something smaller because this is a 4 beds, 5 beds, 3 beds, 3 bedroom, 2 bedroom, 3 bedroom. I can come in here with a 1 bedroom apartment. I can come in here with something smaller, and I can win because I can cater to the people who are looking for that. Okay? So based off what we're looking at, I can come in on any of these streets, guys. Any of these streets, and I can open up a property or a unit where there's not a lot of competition, but I know that the city is a great city for booking, Airbnbs. People are always traveling here. We have hospitals, we have colleges, we have sports teams. So people are always going to be coming. Why would I go to an area where there's a ton of people when I can come into an area just like this and completely smash it? Look, there are no other properties like that all in this area. Look, right here. All right here. You can see there's only 3. Now, if I go up to an area like that, you see how the number starts to increase. You keep going, the numbers get smaller or bigger depending on where you go. Okay, now again, this is off our exact match. All right, so we can always go and change like the different things from like the area, the dates, and whatever. Dates really don't too much matter. It's gonna really matter about the guest and like the location, of course. All right, now I say all that to say, do your research. All right, do your research. Go sit down, open the Airbnb app on your phone or your computer, and actually do some market research. Stop getting these Airbnbs and just throwing them up anywhere. That is the recipe for failure. Out the gate, I see so many people just getting Airbnbs, and then 3 months later, 2 months later, they're having to shut them down because they can't afford them. They're not getting any bookings, and they can't afford to keep paying rent. All right. So now here comes the good stuff. Okay. So we're going to go to a site called Zillow.com. All right. Zillow.com. It's free. It costs you nothing. Again, guys, I'm going to give you the game. I'm going to give you the stuff that the other guys won't give you. All right. So we're going to go Houston, Texas right here. And I love using Houston, Texas. If you come right up here to the top, Houston, Texas, I want to go for rent. Price, whatever your price is, I don't know what your price is. Let's go $1,500. And that's going to be, my price. And beds and bath, let's go at least 2 bedrooms, at least 1 bath. Okay. Home type, I'm going to go houses. I really just want to see houses and townhomes. And then right here, you can kind of go into all of these things right here, later as you want to. Okay. So boom, got that. Now, what this is going to do, I'm going to take that same information that I got from Airbnb when I did my research a few minutes ago, and I'm going to zoom into that area that I know that I'm looking for a property in because I know it was over in this area, the River Oaks, Washington area. So I'm going to zoom it in. So now it's going to pull up things in this area. You can see that same map that we had on Airbnb. Now you can see it on Zillow, and you can go look for properties in that area. Okay, so we already know that what we're looking for. I'm looking for a 2-bed, at least a minimum 1 bathroom. I'm willing to spend $1,500. So it's all laid out. So you see, like on the map right here, you can see all the little purple, the purple colors. Those are the prices. So you can either look at it straight on the map, or you can look out on the right-hand side. But either way, 1 hour ago, 1 hour ago, 5 hours ago. Now, what you're going to do with this, okay? If you come in here, you can see everything that you have. You see days on Zillow. I'm going to look for things that have been on the market longer, because the longer it's been on the market, the more desperation builds with the landlord, okay? Something that's just on today or 1 day ago, 7 days ago, they're not desperate enough yet. Now, if it's been on there, say 6 months, now 6 months, that shows a little desperation. They probably want to get off of this thing. They probably want to make some money. So that's the key. That's the trick. That's the secret. That's the aha that these gurus are not telling you. Go in there and find these landlords who might be tired, who might have been on this thing for a very, very long time. And that's how you're going to do it. Again, you're going to come right here to more. Drop down, says days on Zillow, 6 months, 12 months, a year. Go 6 months, right? That's a good one, right? 6 months. And then you start to scroll down, and you'll start seeing them on here, 21, 24 days, 32 days ago, right? 41 days ago. You got to think, people don't like things to sit. The longer they sit, they're not making any money, right? So if I can see something that's been on here for 65 days, 71 days, I know that I can pick up this phone and I'm going to give them a call, right? If it works for me and it fits my criteria, I'm going to give them a call. This looks like a great property, right? Floors look good. Inside looks amazing. It's beautiful. It's clean. I could put this on Airbnb, but now what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to reach out to the owner, and I'm going to have a conversation with them, right? Right here, listed by agent Jackie. We would call Jackie. Her phone number is right here. And we would talk to Jackie and let her know, hey, my name is Rhonda. I'm actually a short-term rental host. And I'm wondering, is your property available for short-term rentals? Would you be interested in something like that? Jackie's going to say yes or no, or whatever the case may be, right? Once she has you have a conversation with Jackie, she's going to let you know if she's interested or not. But hey, Jackie, I know you're asking $1,500. I'll be willing to give you $1,700 a month if you would allow me to come do my short-term rental business from your property, Jackie. You think Jackie's gonna be upset with the extra $200 when her property has been sitting for 87 days? Jackie's probably gonna hug me, squeeze me tight, and tell me cut the check, okay? Look, guys, I just gave you the game. I told you at the beginning of the video, I was gonna keep it short, I was gonna be direct, and I was gonna make it very, very easy. Look, this is exactly the process that I do when I'm looking for a new Airbnb unit. You have to do your market research. You have to go onto the Zillows and look for the properties in the areas. You got to pick up the phone. You have to go out to the properties, go look at the neighborhood, go see the inside of the house, walk the property, take pictures, videos, go meet the landlord in person, present yourself as someone who's reliable, someone who's trustworthy, someone who knows what they're talking about, right? All these things are important when you're going to meet that landlord because one, their property has been sitting, but two, they want to make sure they can trust somebody like you to actually rent out their home. A lot of people, guys, they're scared, they're nervous, they've heard horror stories about Airbnb. So you have to go over and let them drop that guard, and feel comfortable to work with you. Guys, again, if you learned anything from this video, give me a thumbs up. If you have any questions, click the link in the description below. Set up your discovery call. It's free. It costs nothing. Let's get on the phone. Let me help you. Let me help you answer questions. All I want to do is see as many people get started in the short-term rental business as soon as possible. I'll see you guys soon.